Hey everyone, welcome. Thank you for being on time. We're going to start our 25th AVC Subcommittee meeting. Welcome, Nix, AVC members, Alan Builder, Marianne, ADs, Clocky, Blue, Bonapublica, Jack, our special guests for today as well as here already. So thank you so much, everyone. Today we have stability scope, right? So personally, the most complex one. We're going to start right away, but not before mentioning about our schedules. So for today and for next week, we are going to remain with the same hour, with the same time, the same schedule. We are aware that today is also Rune's call. That's why we're going to try to keep it short. And also for next week's call. And next quarter, if it's still the same time, Runes keeps the same schedule, we're going to modify. It's more likely that we modify our meetings for next quarter. But for next week, it's going to be this same time. And we are we are pretty aware that probably you're all with the head with what's going to the tasks for today or the topics for today's when it comes to Rune's call. We're pretty aware of that as well. Welcome, Kianga. Hi. Thank you for being here. So let's get into it. Well, as always, this is our Notion with all the information. If you're a new member, if you are new to the call maker, even if you're not, you can find our all recordings from our previous calls in here and also our most relevant documents. These are the topics that we have for today. Although, again, I'm going to mention about the time. We're going to be here for 1 hour since then it starts Rune's call. So we're going to focus. Probably you all are aware about Rune's post. It was actually pretty funny because this was from yesterday, and we plan this topic prior to this. We've been with our guest. Is going to explain us more about it in just a few minutes. But let's get it started. So I'm going to give some context into this, and then I'm going to give some the word to Dogan, which is our guest for today, who's going to explain this mechanism that they are building. But before that, just let me give you a brief context of this. So yesterday, Runes made this post uh, that it was related to um, putting this. Yeah, let's put some context first. So MKR and died. Let's into big pool to help people trade in this platform in Uniswap. Now it it's mentioned a really big problem about having a lot of MKR and die in this pool. Um, it's good for Uniswap system, of course, because it makes everything more stable, especially during unexpected events in the market. Now, here's the thing. The way this pool works now is not the best. It doesn't give back a lot of rewards for the risks involved. And one main risk is the impermanent loss, which means the value of the money in the pool can change a lot. That's why with this post, what Ron wants is basically to um, think of different ways of or strategies to make the pool more valuable and safe for everyone. And it's mentioned like these bullets about the capturing uh, MEV, the minor structured value. So currently, I mean, right now, most of the trading in the pool is done by the bots, right? Trying to make quick profits. So it is mentioned in the post that they pay extra fees to Ethereum to be the first to trade. So what is trying to look for a solution to change this by letting them bid for exclusive access to the pool for a specific period of time. So this way they pay less in fees to Ethereum. Now the tricky part is they have to guess how much money they will save in fees, and that will be a risk for them. Then it's mentioned about the rehypothecating the LP assets. So this is like allowing others to borrow MKR and DAI from the pool by putting valuable like something valuable for us as collateral. So they pay interest, making the pool earn more. However, the interest they pay needs to be higher than what the pool usually earns. And here is also mentioned about allowing sub-DAOs or allowing external market makers to do this to low collateral. Then it says about the smarter LP fees. In here, it mentions that instead of having a fixed fee for all trades, we can make the pool smarter. So if a lot of people are, let's say, are buying or selling, the fees can change to make sure the pool stays balanced. This will be helpful, or this will help to avoid bad trades that might hurt the pool's value. Um, and well, these are the kind of like ideas that I'm mentioning here, and then I'm glad to see that there are more people getting involved. One is our guest who also comment during the post. People from Balancer as well. That Dadmat, AVC Sophie AVC member, also tag in the comment. And so this comes with a great timing because we had organized this with our guest from today, which is Dogan from Clave. So I'm going to introduce you to Dogan, and if you're here, I'm going to give you the word. Maybe a few minutes to introduce yourself. And I know that you have a presentation to explain us a little bit more about what it's SUCLAVE and SUAVE. So, yeah, I'm going to stop sharing, and this would be also the perfect time to put questions in the comment about it. So first of all, thank you for joining us. Thank you for accepting being explaining what you guys are building. And so please introduce yourself.
Yeah. Thank you for the good words. And actually, it was so great roundup and like introduction for the LVR problem and the current solutions. And yeah, who am I? I'm Doğan. I'm currently leading the research side of Clave, which is an account abstraction-based wallet on ZK Sync. And our main focus is on user experience and how to improve the user experience at general, within improving the security, within improving the understanding of the how to interact within blockchains and like account abstraction. As you know, it's so familiar things. But 2 weeks ago, we have also explored the MAV area within a novel project. It has done in like only 2 days, and not only 2 days, like only 1 day, and it has done in the Each Global Hackathon. Actually, it was only for fun, but it went so well, and we have seen really good recognition from the community, and also we have seen like Rune's comments, and some of the Uniswap employees also commented so well on that. I'm still exploring this area, and I really want this mechanism to be used in any protocol. And I think this is why I'm here to present the MakerDAO, to how to utilize the SUAVE or Uniswap V4 or SUCLAVE. But yeah, at the end of the day, we are building a wallet to make the accessing to blockchains easy and secure. And also we are exploring different area. And this is one of our research that I have lead. So yeah, I have a quick presentation, but I really want to mention only one thing, which is this topic is so like complex. Even understanding the SUAVE, like flashbots, UniV4, or like even PBS at general is so hard to understand and even explain. So I'm sorry if I like miss some of the details, but since our time is so limited, I will quickly do the presentation. So let me share the screen. I think right now you can see my screen in here. And yeah, it's called SUCLAVE. So this is our company's name, and this comes from SUAVE. Like it's like not that so detailed thing, but anyway, SUCLAVE is a novel intent-based AMM designed to increase the capital efficiency. But what does it mean, and what problem does it try to solve? So let's explain the problem. So in each AMMs, we have traders to give their assets to trade for an amount fee, and they are willing to
interrupt, but
yep.
You're not sharing the screen. We cannot see.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, close stream. Let me try to screen again. Share again. Can you see it right now?
Yeah, now it is. Okay, thank you.
No problem. And yeah, SUCLAVE is a novel intent-based AMM design to increase the capital efficiency. So what problem is Suclave trying to solve? So in each AMM, we have traders that are willing to pay fees for trading their assets for another asset. And we have LPs that are putting their money to make money. This is the whole that AMMs is doing. But what is the problem? Imagine that the pool price is that like there's two ETH and four USDC. And imagine that one ETH is equal to the two USDC. But there's a price spike happened, and one Ether is like 8 USDC in the real world. The pool cannot know the uh, real world price because all of the blockchains are like a black box and they cannot know what's going outside of the world. So, and then the pool price is being equal to the 8 USDC, and then it comes back within 2 USDC. But what happens at general? When we look at the impairment loss, the LPs didn't lose any money in impairment loss. And when we look at the traders, traders traders can make money within volatility. This is the natural thing of the trading, and they're also not losing money. But bots are making money within this volatility because they have bought the ETHs from cheap price and they have sold in there. But how did they make money? They are making money within the opportunity cost of the LPs, because if LPs could sell their tokens in here to make the pool prices within equal to this, then we really could make more money within the LPs. So LPs are losing their opportunity cost, and bots are stealing their opportunity cost, and they are making money within the LP's money. And this problem is called LVR problem, and it has been discussed since like 2 years. And we have some of the solutions. And what is our solution? So in our solution, we need LPs to make more money. We need traders to pay less fee for the protocol, and we need to make bots gets less revenue. This is our end game goal. But how we could achieve. So yeah, this is the like most complex part, but I will step by step explain everything. So what is SUAVE? SUAVE is a chain, and in SUAVE chain you can make auctions, and you can prove that you made an auction in any chain to what happened on SUAVE, because in SUAVE there's a trust execution environment. Like it's also another complex thing, but you can think this is a machine that works, that how you code it. The owner of the SUAVE chain nodes cannot access the inside of the trust execution environment. So you can trust the auctions or other mechanisms for the SUAVE chain. And what it happens in SUAVE chain, we are verifying this curve. It's another thing, but I won't bring in here like because it's not the topic for today. But we are checking if signature is valid or not, and then we are starting to an auction. But what is happening on the auction? So before the auction, we need to understand that how MEV bots are making money. Let's get back to the problem. So imagine that there is a cheap Ether in here, and if any person can be the first one that touches the LPs, not LPs, the pool, it could make money within being the first one that touches the pool. It has known also as the like first touching block attack. Anyway, so the being first one to touch the pool has an opportunity, and this opportunity makes bots more profitable. So if we can make the auction in SUAVE chain, then we really could make we really could give the auction money to the LPs for their opportunity cost. So in each auction, in each LPs, each blocks, we have an auction, and this auction is held by the searchers of the bots, so or like any kind of person who wants to make MAV or like make other profitable trades, and they are giving money to be the first one that touches the LP's pool. And for and thanks to this mechanism, we can make money within the auction, and this money is directly going through the LPs. And after the auction, winner of the auction is getting an opportunity to be first one that touches the LP. But we have a problem, and this is another complex thing. But within the proposer and builder separation, any builder can be the first one that touches the block. So in this SUAVE, we cannot verify the transaction that came from the builder if we don't have any kind of hook mechanism. So within the Uniswap v4, we have written a custom hook that only accepts the transaction that comes from the SUAVE app of here. And how it's being verified is that there's attestation given in here, and we are verifying it on L1, or this can be in any chain in the future. So at the end of the day, we have an isolated pool where users can make their normal transactions. And if you are a bot, then you need to pay more fees to the LPs. And at the end of the day, we like before that, the profit of the MAV has been splitted from bots and builder. A percentage of the profit goes to the builder, and a percentage of the profit goes to the bots in the past. But within our solution, LPs are also making money within this solution. And thanks to the this mechanism, since LPs will make more money, then we can assume that there will be more LPs that are going to take their money inside of the pool. And this will cause traders to pay less fees to the protocol. And we are increasing the profitability of LPs as well as the traders, decreasing the traders' fees that they are paying to the protocol. And yeah, I'm really sorry if you don't understand, but if it's, as I mentioned, it's a bit complex problem, and you can directly ask me after the presentation. So, what is going to be our future plan? So within the our future plan, I want to bring our own Clave team. So we are 9 people, and 6 of us are developers. Me, only 3 of us are doing the other things, and we are not that big team to make 2 separate products. And we are all of the focus is on Clay right now. But as a researcher, is also leading the protocols. To if they want to support this in their architecture. And yeah, I'm not sure how what is going to be the SUAVE's feature, but I wanted to bring the conversation to here to more discuss about what is SUAVE and what we are trying to do and what is our end goal. So yeah, this is the thing that we have done. I can have
Thank you for.
questions if someone has. Yeah,
Yes, there are questions in the chat, so that's good. Before going to that, please everyone type your comments and questions. I just want to know that if I am understanding well this part, since I'm not technical. So basically, this is like the main problem. It's of course because of the prices change and everything. Certain bots, certain like smart bots take advantage, making money, of course, while regular users miss out. So this is like the biggest issue you were addressing, right? With this uh
absolutely. Yes.
particular. Yeah, okay, cool. So
Mhm.
basically
Yeah.
with this is kind of like giving regular users more benefits when prices change. So SUAVE
Yes.
uses like a special auction system to decide who gets to do things first, right?
Yes.
This way, regular users have a better chance of making money when prices go up or down. Okay.
Yes.
Just want to. Good,
Absolutely.
great, great.
There's a question like in here
Yeah,
I want to
go ahead,
bring.
please.
So
Yes.
why? Yeah, why we need the swap chain? It is like so obvious that this auction mechanism should be credible, natural, and shouldn't be compromised in any ways. Swap chain gives us to way that do this within trustless way. Look at CoveSwap's auction mechanisms. You trust the CoveSwap server for the auction mechanism, which is a so high trust assumption. I didn't want to have any trust assumption in our design. This is why we use SwapChain. SwapChain uses trust execution environment to make sure the integrity of the auction is held by the uh, computers, not by the any users. So no one can uh, do any malicious behavior in SwapChain. So this is the uh, our reason why we held this. So, and the second question is
Yeah,
that the auction
continue.
mechanism is completed. Yeah, the auction mechanism is completed in one block transaction. Yes, it's really depends on the creation, but if you expect to this pool to be like so big and this pool to be like a big pool on Uniswap, then yes. But the question is, what do you mean by blocked in one block? In Suave chain, each block the time is 2 seconds. So you can do everything on Suave chain, and after 12 seconds, you can post the result of the each blocks to the Uniswap v4 pool. No, it's really not that like easy. Yeah. Hopefully, the first question is like get answer from my side. Then I can pass to the second question. All right. And the third question is that the auction system that determines who gets first access is determined by wealth. Let me just read again. Okay. Uh, the person who pays most to the LPs gets gets the advantage of being the first that touches the block. So your answer is that if you pay more money for LPs, then you are getting an advantage to be the first one that touches the pool. So this increases the LP's profitability. Hopefully, this also answers your question. Um, And the last question is that, do we know how SUAVE and ETH message passing are connected? They are using like two different mechanisms. First of all, they have a trust execution environment, which also holding the message passing, and they also have an oracle mechanism that message has done correctly. But if you want to dive into a bit more, you can directly read the SUAVE specs. It's really complex, but since we didn't develop the SUAVE, we just developed the application that uses SUAVE. I don't think that like I'm the best person to answer this question. And there's another question in here. Could you provide an estimate how much more profitable it would be to provide liquidity using this system, express it as a percentage, or it's not possible? It's not possible because it's a game theory that we have developed, and we need a real life usage to see that this is increasing the LP's profitability like this percentage. It really depends on the bots' behaviors, but I really expect a really good percentage of the improving the LP's profitability. But this is just an assume, not that thing that we have calculated. I don't think that it's possible to calculate. Yeah. No problem. Anytime.
Have you been able to see something about the forum that has been discussed? Can you please tell us what difference do you see in the solution that you are building to what is proposed by others, like such as
Mhm,
Balancer or CowSwap?
mhm. So as I mentioned, swap mechanisms has a really big trust assumption. You need to trust the swap entity for not uh, acting maliciously. This is my understanding, and I have no idea about how Balancer is solving this problem. Actually, so I cannot tell anything about it.
I don't know if there's any other question about this. What do you think it would be like to address this main problem here in Maker? Well, according to Room's post, what should be like the first step that we should focus on?
Yeah. First of all, SUAVE and UniV4 are in so early stage, but if we are aiming for end goal, I think this solution is the end game for LP's LVR problem. But when we look at the running production, I think we should make a really good detailed research on what is CoSwap is offering and what trust assumption do they have, and we also should discuss other solutions in this manner, and I think this should be the next steps for Rune's post, because everyone will say that our solution is the best, but no one will say that we have like our trade-offs are like blah blah blah. For us, the main trade-off or like maybe downside of our product is that it's not production ready. Even Suave is so far away from the mainnet, and even it's same for the UniV4. They are two new protocols, and they need to be worked a bit more. But for the mechanism and in theory, I think this is the best way. But we really should carefully write each of the approaches, trade-offs, and other solutions. Actually, I
Very
have no idea.
nice.
Yeah. There is another question is here. What are your initial thoughts on the idea of relending the LP tokens? I have no idea that what is it. I'm really sorry, but yeah, uh, like for me, DeFi is not the first place that I'm leading to research. I'm more on the like user experience side, account abstraction, and cryptography side. So I'm really sorry that I couldn't like answer your questions.
Thank you. There is one comment that I would like to address that it's just been posted a few minutes while we had the call, but I think that it's
Mhm.
very important. I don't know if you have any comment on this or anyone in the chat. So I'm going to post the link of the comment here. Um,
Yeah,
and I
sure.
am going no, yeah. Let me
Mhm.
know if you read the comment and if you have any thoughts on this.
Let me take a look at it. Yes, I'm just taking a quick look. Um,
To my understanding, basically it says that it's not that big of an issue as um in Rune's post mentioned. Like we shouldn't address that much effort in it because it's not that bit of a big deal. Now I'm not an expert on this, so I would like more people to provide more context or info into this.
mhm. So yeah, actually, uh, so he's saying that there's no competition between MAV bots. So this this wouldn't increase the LP profitability if we even give the MAV profit to the LPs. He's like saying this, but uh, I I'm really not sure about it. I need to take a bit more on the maker and DAO pool, uh, and this. But this is a like really good uh, comment, which I haven't been looked at.
Yeah, no, it's okay. No problem. It has been just posted a few minutes ago, and yeah, that part of the use worth is with yes. But it's interesting to know more about how this works. Personally, I'm not a very technical person, so I'm like trying to like um understanding as much as I can. But this is good. I don't know if there's anything else that you would like to add before we move on to the next topic. Please go ahead.
Actually, no. Thank you for having me. Um, if you have any like comments or questions, you can directly ask me via Twitter. Uh, and yeah, I just wanted to bring in here. And if you wanna like make any comment on our design, you can go to our like Flashbot blog post. We have posted another post in Flashbot forum for SUAVE, and the discussions are being going on the Flashbot forum. So if you have any comments or feedbacks, I really would I really would be so happy to answer this feedbacks. And thank you for having me.
Yeah, now that you mentioned that this was actually, and I've read it as well in I think it's somewhere that this is for the Eat Global hackathon. So how do you come
Yeah.
with the issue?
Yes. Um, Actually, I was lucky because as a researcher, I'm also meeting with a lot of researchers in the industry. And one of the researcher of flashbots, who is Daniel from their team, told me the LVR problem, which I haven't been aware of before the hackathon. And I have spent like 12 hours for this mechanism design. And then our team members from Clave team has developed the proof of concept for this design. So it was just like for fun for me because I have been already diving into the other specs like user experience, like rollups, like modular infrastructures, and many more. But I really wanted to dive into the MAV space for a long time, and this was the opportunity for me. And uh, this is what happened on Eat Global Hackathon for like 1 hour, 1 day long time.
Yeah, that was very interesting since this is, well, we're going to discuss that this is actually the main issue, a big issue, a small issue, but it is an issue. And the fact
Yeah.
that you could come up with all this in a day or two, it's incredible. So maybe we can even improve this so it can address
Mhm.
specifically the issue with the maker if there is any issue. But yeah, there is it.
Yeah.
So thanks
I
again.
just posted
And
an
yeah,
article for like anyone who wants to understand the LVR. This is the best and simplest article that I can found. So yeah, this is my last comment.
thank you again. We're going to move on. So we have a few minutes, and there are kind of like different uh, topics that we have seen in here. So I don't know if there's any specific target comments or questions on this, because since we don't have that much time, will be like easily to addressed. Maybe we go with our 80s comments, or again, if there is a specific question or your insights or on these modifications on stability scope as well, please go ahead to share in the chat. So we're going to move on um to Blue's and Clocky's comments that it's, let me go here. Okay, Blue post in his public document about Alan Peterson's talk on PPGs. So it was basically what is mentioned here is that what Alan was saying, it was not what we are looking currently, that the lack of information, we are seeing it every day. So how can we address this? This issue has been already for a long time, and be something about it that it would be really helpful for everyone if we could have the information on time, maybe easily to understand for everyone, to people that could not listen to the talk. I am going to share the link in here. How can we address this big issue that it's not only just from a monetarist per se, but it's just in general. We have seen it. So, oh yeah, here's Sharon and Marian. And I don't know if Blue, there's anything in particular that you would like to mention in here. Um, but yes, this is one of the things this is mentioned. Um, and Of course, there's gonna be like an update of this. We haven't seen it yet, but more info about the PPG was told that it would be included and soon. Blue says we just finished texting keys to their scope proposal. Oh, okay. If you can share us the link as well, or that will be really helpful. Okay. And then we have oh, there's some comments. Oh, great. Thank you, Blue. So then we have Blue's comments with about these changes, right? We have this topic from the stability scope that it's enable bold ending status. So currently under temporary control by Maker Core, and it's planned to enable the DAO ownership. So it's going to be like a transition plan. So the intended transfer to be first allocator DAO incubator from the incubator. Now we don't have also much information about this the allocator DAOs. So yeah, probably next quarter, but we don't know for sure exactly when we're going to have more information. Um, we have seen more about the sub DAOs actually during, for example, Ron's talks on different events, even including DEF Connect, but have not mentioned yet about allocator DAO. So what is posted in Clocky's comments is about the possibility of unfair advantage for the receiving allocator DAO compared to others. So there is a big concern that it's pointing out Clocky, and uh, maybe, oh, thank you, there it is. Those links. Again, Clocky, if there's anything like a specific question that we could address in here, maybe to give some context um for the audience, also that would be helpful. And question that it's pointed in here, it's how will they ensure essential junior capital before um launch. So this is regarding the incubating allocator DAOs that are not currently generating revenue for themselves. These are challenges for incubating allocator DAOs. And this is my understanding is allocator DAO is kind of sub DAO, so Spark DAO will be an allocator DAO. So in here, it's still this like advantage of receiving the power for allocator DAOs. This will include well, so if it's a Spark DAO, it will be include also Sakura DAO and well sub DAO. And the four we have, to my understanding, there are already four that are named and with their Discord or forum, and there's going to be 6 sub DAOs. If you could maybe extend some more on this, Kianga, please, that also could be a lot helpful with this. I think we're like putting into pieces all the information that everyone has into this. Okay. Monopolica says Clocky were under the impression that allocator DAO token will be the junior capital. New stable tokens earned from fees. Oh, I see people typing in the chat, so that is actually good. I don't know if anyone else has some comments into this, how they will secure essential junior capital before launch. Cookie says, would this not confer an adjust advantage upon the initial allocator DAO, particularly considering that the native Bolt engine already holds a disproportionate amount of collateral and depth within it? Spark being the first allocator DAO already possess a head start even without this, thanks to Sparklet. Well, yeah, that would, if that's um the analogy, it would be Spark. Kanga says 2 of the 6 will be facilitator DAOs and 4 DAO Sakura. Yes. Okay, so Spark will be like the first allocator DAO, and yes, possesses the a head start. Well, yeah, that will be the way they do it with this analogy, and it the way it is. And then we have currently there is Sakura's part. Still may need more info into this. And well, then we have pointed in here some information relevant to the scope, which is about the average revenue share calculation and payment. I'm going to share the post in here. I'm just going to mention if anyone has any comment on this. And also on the modifications on the stability scope that has already passed. Well, yes. And very briefly, I'm going to mention this about the MIP 182 SP18 about modifying the definition of stable assets and cash stable coins, but it did not pass. Well, do you thought it was maybe important, relevant that these definitions would be included into this? To my perspective, it would have been helpful, but maybe not that uh, relevant for most. And then about State House Financial that released the October Real World Asset Report. Well, it did not highlight any major changes or concerns. Um, although real world assets still accounted for 72% of stability fees. Then NBL Labs published a market condition update for November, and they show that borrowing costs in DeFi have increased by approximately 1% on average. And additionally, the DAI supply has decreased by $300 million. Black Tower has submitted a legal expense bill for Andromeda, which has been approved by stability facilitators. Is there any comment into this part? Uh, well, Cookie comments, well, fees will accumulate. They are unlikely to promptly amass the substantial amount of generated capital required for the entire G plus collateral. Oh, it's okay, Dagan. It's okay. We're also going to leave pretty soon. Um, how about Spark token? Can it be used as collateral? Oh, Spark token. Yeah, well, that kind of questions. I'm pretty sure that certain people can answer to this. And well, we are 5 minutes, so we're going to stop in here. We have our last call next week. about accessibility. Again, it's going to be the same time. And if next quarter remains runes call at this time, definitely change our call. If you have any comments into these, we're going to very soon, we're going to post as well our documents from the Q4. So yeah, please, we're going to need feedback into our documents prior we publish them. That's going to be also in the upcoming weeks. And that will be all for today. Thank you so much for the questions and comments, and see you next week. Bye bye.